Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. So for the past 2 months, we had one reading session each, and in the first reading session, we had two volunteers sharing on two different books. So one of them is Let Go, and another one is Change by Design. And then in the May reading session, we had also two volunteers sharing with us, one on women and leadership, and the other one on weapons of mass destruction. So if you have missed the sessions, you can find the recordings here in the link, okay? So you can go on to this page and then you click on recordings and you'll find, yeah, the sessions, yeah, over here. Okay, and then yeah, feel free to share them with your friends as well if you find them interesting and useful. Okay, so without further ado, let me share the book that I wanted to talk about today. Okay, so the title is Before You Know It, The Unconscious Reasons We Do What We Do. Okay, so this book is actually not very recent, but yeah, it's not too old as well. It's published in 2017. And then yeah, what caught me to this book was that I personally am in the field of data science. So I am always very interested in how people make decisions. Like basically in the field of data science, we want to collect data about a lot of things, right? Like about how human behave, what human do, in terms of transactions or like in terms of actions. Yeah. So in this book, the writer is actually a psychologist, and then yeah, it mainly focuses on how people make decisions. So there are a lot of experiments described in the book, and then yeah, mainly we can understand why people behave in that manner through all these experiments that he actually did research on. So personally, I found this book to be useful for both business users and data scientists, and also for everyone who is a consumer. Yeah, so it reminds us to be more aware of the large extent our unconsciousness play in decision making and also our own biases. So I'm going to share a few takeaways that I have from this book that I found really interesting. And also, of course, I think if you are interested to read up on this book, I believe that there are much more takeaways that I didn't cover. I won't be able to cover today as well. So the first thing that I found really interesting is that yeah, the writer actually did an experiment to find out that actually people are willing to pay more to buy the same things compared to when they are not sad. Okay, so in a way there is evidence that compulsive shoppers tend to be depressed, and that shopping helps make people feel happier, less sad. So there are also instances where the author noticed that sad music is being played at Walmart and a supermarket he frequents. So they are in a way trying to alter customers' moods to get more money out of them. Yeah. So I am not too sure whether this is happening in your country. So but I thought like, wow, I never knew about this. Yeah. And then the next takeaway that I had was more relating to students' performance in a test. So at the beginning of a school year, Yale researchers actually gave every student who was struggling in math a fictitious New York Times article about a student from another school who had won a major math award. And then there's a little bio box at the top of the article. And then in that box, for half of the students in that class, the birthday given for the award winner was the same as the student, but like there was no significant mention. Okay, but for the rest of the other students, the award winner's birthday was a different one from theirs. So this is something that is like hypothetical, but in a way, like when we look at the results, right, we can see that this actually made an impact. So the students who had shared a birthday with the award winner had significantly higher final grades in math than the students who did not have the same birthday as the winner. Yeah. So I think like this is something also where when we look at the bio of say certain artists, okay, then if they are they have the same birthday as us, or if they happen to have the same horoscope as us, then maybe we feel like they are, you know, like they are more similar to us, and then we feel maybe more positive impression of them. Yeah. So the thing is that the research is done almost 10 years ago, but I think like the learnings is still relevant today, and then it shows that there is this unconscious affirmation of self-betterment. Yeah, so it's interesting in a sense that in a way like our ability shouldn't be affected by you know, like these external factors, right? Whether we have similar birthdays or not as a winner, but it actually shows that yeah, it makes a difference. So it's very interesting in that sense to me. Yeah. So the third takeaway that I had was that more relating to how we feel when we look at say social media, okay, and then I think there has been a lot of research on this as well. So probably nothing new, but the thing is that there was a quantitative aspect in this research whereby they actually presented that the effect was at least 3 people deep. So 3 degrees of virtual separation. Like for people you don't even know, because they are like 3 degrees away, they are actually affecting your behavior and emotions. So yeah, it's like whenever we look at social media, like we are affected, we are influenced, but actually in fact like this is this effect is like 3 degrees away. Yeah. So we thought that we are only influenced by people who are connected to us, you know, but yeah, it's not exactly that case. Like yeah, it goes further beyond that. Yeah. So of course it also like works in the other direction. So if we want to do something good, right, then we want to influence people's behavior or emotions in the other direction. Okay, we actually have the capability to do that to someone who are like 3 degrees away. Okay, so in yeah, so it's like I would say we tend to underestimate our influence, but yeah, this research actually shows that yeah, we have the ability to influence people who we don't know. Is so they yeah, and also in fact like through this research it shows that the impact, okay, actually lasts for up to 3 days later, whether yeah someone actually feel more positive or more negative. So to me it's like the actual quantifiable impact from all this research makes me uh, think more like in terms of the actions we do, you know, that there is all this long tail effect. Yeah. And one of the final takeaway that I want to cover today in my sharing is that yeah, who our friends are is actually influenced by the goal that we have. So it's interesting in a sense, yeah, that you know whenever we make friends, we don't really think about it, but the research done by these the researchers, okay, at Northwestern University discovered that you know students first had their goal for academic success or physical fitness, who are if it's prime, okay, then they will look for friends yeah, who are able to help them attain these goals. So I think like maybe when we are younger we won't really think so much, but like you know as we grow older we will realize that oh the friends that we have, like you know, in a way gets fewer and fewer, and they tend to be maybe like a bit more similar to us, or they yeah um in a way help us achieve our life goals that we wanted. So this research just you know help to in a way confirm this finding, okay, this behavior that we have. Yeah. So just wrapping up, like I feel there are a lot of times where the environment around us try to nudge us to do things, and then in a way like we have all these unconscious biasness, and also like some of the decisions that we make are unconscious, but this book actually brings out all these unconscious behaviors, like unconscious thoughts that people have through all the experiments that they have done. So this is also what decisions make us do, like they create environments or contexts to achieve their goals, be it generating sales or igniting certain sentiments. So based on data analysis done, yeah. So, but the thing is also like, while it can go negatively, there are also a lot of, I would say, positive thinking whenever, say, government determines certain policies. So there's something that like I didn't really elaborate here, but I also wanted to share. There is this mention of how the reduction in smoking is done through a lot of different avenues. Okay, so like in the book also there's this person, Wendy Wood, okay, of University of South California. Okay, she's a leading expert on habits and self-control. She actually told the author that over the past 25 years, the successful campaign to reduce smoking was achieved mainly by changing the environments in which people live. So smoking has been reduced largely due to smoking bans, taxes, eliminating cigarette and tobacco ads from TV and magazines, and also removing cigarettes displays and ads in stores. So these were environmental changes that were made more difficult to smoke and thus help to break habitual behavioral patterns. Yeah. So for today, I think like we want to also keep the session less rushed as compared to the previous session. So we are also including just one sharing today. So I have come to the end of my sharing, and of course feel free to ask questions. Since I think this is a pretty small group and nobody wants to ask questions, I think we can also end earlier today, but I would like to thank you all for tuning in. And also in the future, if you know of any friends who might be interested in joining Tech Reading Club, please also, you can feel free to recommend them to share if they are actually also very interested to share their knowledge. Yeah. So thank you everyone for your time today. Okay. See you next time. Thank you.